Hi folks, this is Jason. Hope you're okay today. Hope everybody's okay. I'm just making a quick video. I watched a debate a few days ago by William Lane Craig and Sam Harris, debating about objective morality, whether the Christian position or the kind of atheist position, Sam Harris's position, is a better model. And as I watched that debate, what I noticed was how Sam Harris completely and utterly refused to engage with William Lane Craig's arguments, and how unprofessional he was and how lacking in any academic credibility. And it was quite shocking really to see. And I've seen this quite a lot recently. Well, for the last 2 years, the lack of intellectual rigour from atheists in terms of not really wanting to engage in proper academic debate. And it's interesting that William Lane Craig has noticed this too, and I'm just going to play a clip concerning his debate. He talks about his debate with Sam Harris on his show, and this is what he says about the quality, the lack of quality in Sam Harris's debating skills, and also in generally the sort of sluggish, thuggish kind of debating style that atheists seem to go in for, and not this more rigorous academic style that William Lane Craig wants to engage with, and that I would like the opportunity to engage in, but the atheists keep refusing the opportunity. This is William Lane Craig.
Defend my contentions, and especially to hammer home the inadequacies of his ethical theory.
Bill, I just have a question for anyone who is applauding what Dr. Harris did at this point to go off on this litany of red herrings and what I call hillbilly theology and shallow objections. Is that what you want debate to become? I would ask that. Is that where you want intellectual discourse? Do you want it to become cynical, snide, competitive, one-upmanship, zingers, and best lines of the night? Then bring a comedian in. You know, because a comedian could, that's all Bill Maher could do. He'd come up with a funny line. You know,
Yes.
he'd give the junior high objections to the Christian faith and then give you some zingers. Okay, it's entertaining, but come on.
Yeah, honestly, Kevin, although this may be surprising to some of the people in the free thought community, my sincere interest is having a substantive exchange of ideas on these important questions, and not just scoring rhetorical points or winning a debate. I thought I had very interesting criticisms of Harris's moral theory that I really wanted to press and was anxious to hear how he would respond. And so my interest is in having a real, honest-to-goodness, substantive debate. And that was what the organizers of the debate wanted, Kevin. They had a debate there last year at Notre Dame, and it was one of these rhetorical, fluffy slugfests. And Michael Ray, who is a professor of philosophy at Notre Dame, said when he asked me to debate Harris, we would like to have a more substantive, intellectually responsible discussion this year. Students at the University of Notre Dame are all required, no matter what their major, to take 2 philosophy courses and 2 theology courses as part of their undergraduate education. So this is a fairly sophisticated audience. And Michael Ray and the organizers of the debate felt that they owed it to the students to give them a more substantive intellectual exchange than they had had last year. And that was what I was anxious to do.
Bill, this is the first time that I've seen you actually get a little bit perturbed. You were calm, civil, but especially with the questions that started coming up. I mean, first of all, you saw that obviously there weren't going to be substantive responses, but there was going to be kind of a demagogic bully platform. That's enough to say, oh, come on, you know, let's salvage this. But then the questions that people started coming up and asking.
Yes, everybody has commented on the level of the questions that were asked. And I think what needs to be understood is that these were not necessarily University of Notre Dame students. The Michiana Skeptics Society from southern Michigan and northern Indiana were there in force, and they go for the mics right away when the Q&A time comes up, and you could see from the level of the questions that this was really, I think, one of the poorest Q&A periods that we've ever had following one of my debates.
Yeah.
I do think that I've noticed that in some of the debates recently, that these kind of fanatical atheists are getting the mic, and the questions that they're asking are so poor, so weak, and so pathetic, that they're just bringing the level of these high-profile debates. They're bringing the intellectual level down. You know, I mean, these free thought societies where they meet and discuss these issues. I mean, you need to get together and discuss about how you can educate your people to ask some decent questions, because it was quite appalling when you heard some of these atheists asking questions, how completely lacking in any real intellectual rigor. I mean, it was pretty disgraceful, and it was embarrassing, and I felt sorry for the institution who hosted the debate. But those are my thoughts, really. I just feel that as atheists, you're bringing down real academic integrity and inquiry, and we've seen that with Sam Harris avoiding the questions of William Lane Craig, the red herrings that he would go on in his debate, and the poor quality of questions from the atheists who came to the debate. And I just hope that people realise how I really think, you know something, I really think that people are beginning to see really the lack of intellectual rigour that you atheists are failing to show. I think people are beginning to see it now, and I'm just glad that we can see it on some of these debates quite clearly. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.